And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in Americus, Georgia. Peach Belt Conference softball doubleheader action just underway. The Mountain Lions from Young Harris College today taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. So glad you could join us here on a breezy but sunny afternoon in Americus. A little bit cool. That one's going to get past the catcher, Burton, allowing the runner to move down to second base. As we are, again, just underway here, the batter at the plate is the designated player, number 8, Hannah Harrison. So a 1-1 count to Harrison. The visiting Mountain Lions, an overall record of 29-14 this spring. They're 11-5 in Peach Belt Conference play. Georgia Southwestern 18-27 overall, 7-9 in the PBC under first-year head coach Nikki Levering. One-two pitch from Madison Messer, pulled foul. And that one also fouled off. So today's game one starter for the Lady Hurricanes is Madison Messer. A little bit on her. Her stats this season: opponent's batting average .372 against Messer, approaching the 100 mark in innings pitched, an 8-6 record. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio for Messer. This one pulled foul also. So a trio of balls where Harrison was out in front, and this count sticks at 1-2. Madison Messer, a 5'9" junior from Douglasville, Georgia. Her first season with the Lady Hurricanes after transferring from Georgia Military College. Out in front of that off-speed pitch as well. So another foul ball, another chance to get a look here at Madison. Some blankets have made their way back out. This one's a high pop-up. I think it'll stay in play. It's drifting foul, but the shortstop today, Haley Tierce, will make the play, and there's one away. One out in the inning. First baseman number 10, Haley Shope. That one across the plate, but a little bit high for a ball. One in them. Odd to think, as warm as it was for North Georgia here 2 days ago, that today it's blankets and jackets. That one is in there for a strike. Shope squares the bunt, but then pulls it back, and the count evens up at 1-1. So mostly sunny skies in Americus. Just a few thin white clouds peppering the landscape, but it's primarily blue skies and sunshine. But however cool, 55 degrees in Americus at first pitch. High is only supposed to top out around 60 degrees today. Ground ball, takes a big kick up. Tierce has it on to first, second out of the inning. Winds Westerly winds 18 miles an hour, the latest reading. Kind of swirling around. The flags appear to be kind of blowing out towards the scoreboard in left center field. So there's 2 outs for the cleanup hitter. Here for Young Harris this afternoon. We'll announce her for the folks in attendance in a moment after the first pitch comes from Messer. First pitch swinging, won't have a chance. That one's going to drop in. Shallow right center field. They'll hold the runner at third, and at the corners now as Georgia Webb, the center fielder, gets the base hit for Young Harris. Now batting is the shortstop, number 3, Murphy Davis. Well, 2 hits in the inning, but no damage in the run column quite yet. Chance for Messer to get out of this one. There's 2 outs. That pitch on the inner half of the plate for a strike. Murphy Davis, a 5'5" senior from Marietta, Georgia. And the Young Harris from Lassiter High School, and now she'll get an RBI single up the middle. A bobble by Zeller, but the runner stays put at second, so moving them around, and a run is in here in the first. Now batting is the third baseman, number 21, Grace Batai. Young Harris as a team comes in batting an impressive .324. .324 team batting average. Georgia Southwestern, when they get a chance here in the bottom half of the inning, .262, the Lady Hurricanes team batting average. So that stat heavily favors the visiting Mountain Lions today, and they've shown why they've got that solid team mark. Has 3 hits in the inning already. That one fouled off. Will run the count to 1-2. Batai is a 5'8" junior from Woodstock, Georgia. She went to Woodstock High School. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Messer trying to get out of the first. That one bounces between the plate and the batter's box to even up the count at 2-2. This one inside as well. Count goes full now. The Mountain Lions third baseman. Well, Joe, for Georgia Southwestern, it's home today, home Wednesday, and a non-conference doubleheader against Montevallo, and then on the road to close out the regular season with a trip this weekend to Flagler, St. Augustine, where the awaiting Saints currently have a 6-8 record in conference play, and they're right there desperately trying to get into the postseason tournament along with the Lady Hurricanes. GSW just 1 up in the win column as they look to fight and claw their way in to postseason play. Young Harris already in, again 11-5, currently 4th in the Peach Belt Conference standings. But once you get past Young Harris, it's a slew of teams that will put great importance on the final 2 doubleheaders of the season. GSW, Lander, Augusta, all 7-9 in the 5, 6, and 7 slots. This one pulled foul. Flagler in the 8 spot at 6-8. And then behind them, Francis Marion, 5-13. USC Aiken, 4-12, and UNC Pembroke rounds it out with a 2-12 conference mark. So still some jockeying for position to be done on where the seeding will play out. Payoff pitch. Ground ball through the hole on the left side. They're going to hold the runner up. The throw gets to Burton in time to hold up. They hold up the runner, so bases are loaded. Mountain Lions have them juiced. Bringing up the catcher. Catcher number 24, Jill Torres. The number 7 batter in the lineup for the Mountain Lions, Jill Torres, steps in. Ms. Torres, a 5'10" sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia as well. She went to Kell High School. In there for a strike. Well, you hate to put too much emphasis on a first inning at bat, but this could be a pretty big one here. And yeah, Torres makes Messer, nope, not pay completely. It stays in the park, but instead of it being a 4-run grand slam, it'll be a 3-run single. But a comfortable lead for young Harris out of the chute. 3-run score on that long single that hit the wall. Stayed in the yard, but 3 RBIs for Torres. That one hurts. A lot of this, all this happening after 2 outs in the inning. Right fielder number 6, Sarah Alderman. Well, that'll be it for Messer. Her game 1 is done. You might still see her in game 2. It's not uncommon for her to pitch in both games today, but as far as game 1 goes, that'll be it for Madison Messer. A call to the bullpen, and a pitching change has been made. Ansley Dean, the new hurler for the Lady Hurricanes. We'll give you a little bit more information on Ansley in just a moment. Hang with us. You're watching GSW Softball on the Surge Sports Network. So Ansley Dean now in relief. Alderman the batter, and a 1-2 count. A little look at Ansley Dean. Dean, a 5'4" freshman. Madison, Georgia, Morgan County High School. And she'll get a strikeout to finally get the Lady Canes out of the first inning. But not until young Harris puts their mark on this one in the early going. 5 hits in the first, 4 runs in. GSW heads to the dugout and will grab the sticks for the first time this afternoon. We appreciate you tuning in. Only got one more broadcast date left as GSW softball, and that comes on Wednesday in a non-conference matchup with Montevallo. So hang with us. We appreciate your tuned in today, watching Georgia Southwestern State University softball. Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Left fielder Michaela Barlow to start things off for the Lady Hurricanes. Pitcher today in game number 1 for young Harris is number 33, Louise Dissy. So for Barlow coming in, she's got a .317 batting average. As you can see, she's done well in Peach Belt Conference play, .373 mark. 11 doubles, 33 walks, and 24 strikeouts for the senior Michaela Barlow. She does have a good eye, as you can see, with that stat mark, leading her and Tiers back and forth on the team lead in that category. 2 balls and a strike. That one's low, 3-1. In there for a strike, count runs full. Payoff pitch. A little bit upstairs for a ball. So the leadoff batter aboard for the Lady Hurricanes in this one. Now batting center fielder number 7. Chloe Zeller. Chloe Zeller, the batter. That one down. Good speed over to first. In time. She'll get the sacrifice. Moves the runner over. Shortstop number 22, Haley Tierce. Haley Tierce, the batter for the Lady Hurricanes. That one upstairs for a ball for Haley Tierce. .333 batting average, slightly higher in Peach Belt Conference play. 14 home runs, the all-time leader in that category for the GSW softball program. That one way outside will roll past the catcher, allows the runner Barlow to move over to third. And a 2-0 count to Tierce. So for Louise Dissy, the Mountain Lions starting pitcher, she is making her 12th start of the spring, her 19th appearance overall for the Mountain Lions pitching staff. She has one complete game. As a walk to Tierce is issued. I'm going to mess around with her, and that'll bring up third baseman number 20, Lauren Kersey. First pitch to Kersey is in there for a strike. Kersey, the freshman from LaGrange, Georgia, .275 batting average. A little power, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs in her freshman year. 15 walks to go along with that. Got a chance to get herself some RBIs here, or at least one if she can get one out of the infield here. That one low and in the dirt. Good stop. To finish the line on Dissy, the pitcher for Young Harris. She's thrown 51 innings coming into play today. 51 innings, 45 hits, 22 earned runs, walked 21, struck out 42. Opponents are batting .237 against Dissy. She has a 4-3 record and a 3.02 ERA. 1-1 offering. Bunt put down by Kersey. Going to be a run to the bag. Who's covering to get there in time? Wow. Second baseman had to scurry over in a hurry. The throw had to be right on the money to catch her in stride. It was, and they'll get the out. It does get in a run, however, for the Lady Hurricanes. Designated player number 14, Shannon Gibson. So we'll get that updated for you now. So with 2 outs in the inning, Gibson comes up with a runner at second. The Lady Hurricanes actually still in search of their first hit in the ball game. They've got a run in, and they're trying to chip away at that early lead for Young Harris. This one high and tight. It's going to get past the catcher, allows the runner to move over to third. And that's going to draw a quick visit from Young Harris coach, see if she makes a change as she comes out. And don't forget, fans, there is a live stats broadcast as well of today's doubleheader action. So if you are interested in having that real-time data in front of you, just go to our website. We need to update that, actually. And And it will be a pitching change to be made. The new pitcher. We'll get that for you here in just a moment. It looks like the new pitcher is going to be number 22. Number 22, Dharma Rossbrug. Pitching change for Young Harris. We'll tell you more about the young lady in the circle now for Young Harris when we return here from Lady Canes Field. Thanks for tuning in. GSW Softball, Surge Sports Network. So with that change, to the pitching assignment. Check swing. She did go for that one. Shannon Gibson, the first batter. So for Miss Dharma, number 22, Dharma Rossbrug, this is her 32nd appearance. No messing around now. They'll go to Miss Dharma here, her 32nd appearance of the season, leads the team. High fly ball to center field. They'll have it. That'll be Webb making the grab in center field to end the Lady Hurricanes inning here in the first. But GSW does get one back. And we will, on that note, take it over to the second inning. Here from Lady Canes Field. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in just a moment. Inning number 2 coming up. So Biz Walters led off the half inning for young Harris, popping up to shallow left field. On the mark and on the run, Barlow makes the grab, and there's one away. Back to the top of the order for young Harris. Second baseman Emily Harris. So I think we've gone ahead and updated that for you now on our live stream. So if you are watching on our YouTube channel live and in person, just know that you may have to refresh your screen. But if you didn't want to dig up those live stats links, they are now in the description of today's broadcast. So again, on YouTube, live stats link in the description, and you'll note there's a different live stats link for game 1 versus game 2, but you can click on it, open up another window in your browser so you can kind of have both the video feed and the stats from the game so you can follow your favorite player or team in today's doubleheader. Other ways to get there, you can find the links on the Young Harris Athletic webpage, Peachbelt Conference site, and of course, gswcanes.com. So 1-2 the count now to Harris. Ground ball to Tears. Slings it over to first, and quickly 2 away for the Mountain Lions in the second. Designated player Hannah Harrison. So this doubleheader, as you, for those that following along, are well aware, scheduled to be played yesterday, but because of the forecast and the rain that did eventually make its way through the area, young Harris had the good fortune of staying around for another day. Try to get an early weekday game in here in doubleheader so they can get back home. Again, this one was originally scheduled to be played on Sunday. So I could be wrong, but I would imagine we have the center stage all to ourselves today. Oh, couple other games in the Peach Belt. Flagler and Augusta. Flagler at Augusta, 1 o'clock start. Columbus State at UNC Pembroke, a 1 o'clock start. So Harrison is one of 8 young Harris batters that have a 300-plus batting average. This one over the head of Zeller. She reached up for it. The throw to third is going to be off the mark. Gets past Kersey, but not far enough to let Harrison try to break for home. So that one a shot, misplayed in center field a little bit by Zeller. She reaches up for it, goes past her to the wall, and that one came at her quick. A bullet off the bat of Harrison. Harrison, again, as I was mentioning, one of 8 young Harris batters to currently be over 300. She comes in at 350, which ranks 3rd on the team. First baseman number 10, Haley Shope. Shope is 4th on the team, right behind Harrison with a 338 batting average. She's got 9 home runs, which leads the team. 9 home runs, 35 RBIs, 14 walks to only 6 strikeouts. 16, correction. 14 walks, 16 strikeouts. Still a pretty low total. This isn't a team that strikes out very often. 1-0 pitch. Off the mark, 2-0. Oop, we got to get that base runner on there for you. So the runner at third for young Harris with 2 away. Six hits now in the ball game for the Mountain Lions. That one in there for a strike. Well, much was like the case when Messer had a chance to go get some base runners and get out of it without any damage. Dean is in a similar predicament here in the second. Unfortunately, Messer couldn't get it done on that respect, and the big hit led to 4 runs with 2 outs. Still a chance for Dean to squash any other scoring chance here, but she's got work to do. 3-1 offering. That's inside and low for a ball. Couple runners on the corners now. A 2-out walk. And that'll bring up center fielder Georgia Webb. Well, for Georgia Webb, she's second on the team with an impressive .383 batting average. 11 doubles leads the team. She's got 4 home runs, 28 runs driven in, 8 walks, 9 strikeouts. This is her 40th start of the season. The Mountain Lions have played this their 44th game. Ooh, that one hit her. Up high, either off the forearm or the elbow area. She does have a protective apparatus on her elbow area. Shake it off and head down to first base. Webb hit by the pitch. Well, eeringly similar. Young Harris, for the second straight inning, has the bases loaded with 2 outs. This time the batter, shortstop Murphy Davis. Time called. Head coach Nikki Levering is going to make her way out to the circle and have a word with Ansley. Well, here we go. Murphy Davis, the number 5 batter in the lineup today. She comes in with an average of .301. 8 doubles, 2 home runs, 21 runs driven in. 17 walks, 10 strikeouts for the shortstop. 2-0 pitch coming up from Dean. That one up a little high. So that one just misses the mark a little bit up in the zone, and not a whole lot of room to play with here. Bases are full of Mountain Lions. A 3-0 pitch coming up. Dean rocks and delivers. That one is in for a strike. This pitch is hit hard to left field. High, deep, gone. Over the scoreboard. No doubt about that one. What a blast, and a quick way to get yourself 4 RBIs. A grand slam. She was sitting on the pitch on the 3-1 count and made Dean pay. That one clears the bases. Eight one. Third baseman Grace Bataille. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I got to clear that out for you. There you go. 4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. All Mountain Lions. 7 hits in the ball game. 0-1 pitch. Bataille, 337 batting average. So that was only, let's see, home run number 3 for Murphy. RBIs 22, 23, 24, and 25. Goes up after the high heat and a swing and a miss to end the inning. Well, more damage done by young Harris. Grand slam from Davis. Bottom of the second inning coming up. Game 1 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader here today. Young Harris in control, 8-1 here in the early going. We'll be back. So freshman Elizabeth Wills takes the first pitch she sees and sends it right back up the middle for a base hit. The Lady Canes' first of the ball game. Now batting first baseman number 21, Allie Denny. Oh, Lady Hurricanes going here. Allie Denny, the senior, getting the call here in game number 1. Denny, a 5'5" senior from McDonough, Georgia. 4-year member of the Lady Canes program, Locust Grove High School. One of 4 GSW seniors on the roster. Denny falls behind 0-2. That one a ball. Denny comes into play today with a 205 batting average. She's done well in the Peach Belt, though. Got it up over 300, 333. Home run, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts this season for Denny. 1-2 pitch. She'll reach for that one and slap it into left field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting by the senior Allie Denny. Lady Hurricanes have their first 2 runners aboard. First 2 runners aboard in the 2nd inning. And that'll bring us to another one of our seniors. Second baseman, number 12, Grayson Sanders, the number 8 batter in the lineup today. Sanders bunts first pitch. He'll go third baseman on to first. Runners moved down, and Sanders does her job. So we'll get to the number 9 batter in the Lady Canes batting order. A couple of runners in scoring position. Catcher number 1, Cassidy Burton. So Cassidy Burton, the freshman, batting 189, a couple of doubles, 8 runs driven in, 9 walks, 17 strikeouts. That 189 mark, the same in her overall average as well as that of her Peach Belt Conference batting average here in her first collegiate season. Off the end of the bat, we never did get a chance to give you the final stats or the current stats for the relief pitcher now on for Young Harris, Miss Dharma Rossbrug. 32nd appearance. She has 20 starts, 12 complete games, 4 shutouts, 144 innings pitched, which leads the team by a good bit. Second on the team is 62 innings. So she's at 144 and counting, 117 hits, 37 earned runs, 65 walks, 106 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .220 against Miss Dharma. She has an 18-9 record and a 1.8 ERA. So a 2-2 count to Burton. Reaches forward, slaps at it, gets another look here as she fouls this one off. Two-two pitch in on the hand, fouled off again. Staying alive, gets a piece of that one. We'll do it again. With all that, she's worked the count full. Payoff pitch. And that one ripped through the left side for a base hit. So an RBI for the freshman Cassidy Burton. Runners at the corners, and 8-2 the score. Back to the top of the order for the Lady Hurricanes. Left fielder, Michaela Barlow. That one a little bit outside for a ball. Barlow walked to open up the ball game for the Lady Hurricanes. One-two offering. That one up a little high, perhaps. Off the plate for ball number 2, 2-2. And this time she'll go down looking. Second out of the inning for the Lady Hurricanes. Center fielder Chloe Zeller. Chloe Zeller at the plate. Didn't get a chance to introduce you to Chloe because she got that bunt down so quickly, or sack bunt last time up. She's really warmed up as the season went on. You can see that .354 Peach Belt Conference batting average for the freshman. She has really found her way at the plate. Struggled in the early going this season and has really hit the ball well and has worked her way up in the batting order to where she's at now, second in the lineup for Coach Levering. So Chloe dropped down a sacrifice bunt in the first. And now she'll get the 1-1 pitch. Missing the mark, ball 2. This one to the shortstop. In time to get Zeller and end the Lady Hurricanes inning. Well, GSW has been consistent, as has Young Harris. Young Harris 4 runs in the first, 4 in the second. GSW 1 in the first, 1 in the second. 8 runs, 7 hits overall for the Mountain Lions. 2 runs, 3 hits for GSW. We'll be back in a moment for the third inning, game 1 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader here on the Surge Sports Network. And Georgia Southwestern Athletics, proud to partner with Adidas, the official athletic footwear apparel provider of Georgia Southwestern State University Athletics, in our second season working with Adidas. GSW clad from head to toe in the 3-bar brand here today. Across all of our sports, even covering some of the equipment being used by some of the Georgia Southwestern student athletes. Leading off the third inning for Young Harris catcher Jill Torres. Well, Torres, a 3-run single. Thought it might get a chance of getting out of here. It actually hit off the wall. That came with 2 outs and bases loaded in the first inning. So Torres will look to continue her solid hitting here in the early going of our doubleheader. Inside, that one got a piece of her. And so third inning starts off with a hit batter. Torres down to first. Pinch runner coming up for Young Harris, perhaps. Okay. Pinch running for Young Harris at first base, number 9, Fallon Johnson. At the plate is the right fielder, Sarah Alderman. So a runner at first base to open up. Open up the third inning for Young Harris. Alderman struck out swinging in to close out the first inning. Quick discussion inside the circle. That gives us a chance to catch up a little bit here. And we're back. All right, so they had their meeting, talking things over. Coach Levering, their freshman pitcher. So for Alderman, the senior, 6-foot senior from Covington, Georgia, transferred to Young Harris from Georgia Military College. That one just off the plate outside for a ball. 3-0. Three-0 pitch in there. Dean bobbles it, can't field it cleanly. And Alderman will reach base via an error. The Lady Canes' first miscue of the afternoon, fielding-wise. The number 9 hitter in the lineup now up for Young Harris. Left fielder, Biz Walters. Walters flew out to right field, or left field rather, her first time up. This one down to Kersey. The throw in time at first base, so Walters moves the runners over and gets her Sack bunt here for the first out of the inning, but Lady Canes the Mountain Lions back to the top of the order. Second baseman Emily Harris. Harris 1 for 2, a single, and then she grounded out to short in the second. I'll get this updated for you here. Get behind on our bases here. Second and third for young Harris, and now 1 out in the inning. Now we're back up to speed. One-0 pitch. In there for a strike. So Harris tops on the team with an impressive .399 batting average. Coming into this one, 6 doubles, 11 RBIs, 12 walks, 10 strikeouts, and a .445 on-base percentage. Two-one pitch. Called strike, 2-2. Definitely not something Harris does often, and that's strike out. 143 registered at bats, tops on the team, 10 strikeouts. One of the lowest totals on the team. Fouls off that one. The lowest on the team is actually Webb with 9. Two balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. I think that one's going to drift behind the GSW dugout, which is located on the third base side here at Lady Canes Field. The bullpen area, shared bullpen area for both teams, is just beyond the GSW dugout on the third base side and outside the fenced area. Currently quiet. Well, Harris has managed to work the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. First base open. Payoff pitch coming from Dean. She rocks back and delivers. Slapped into center field. Should be Zeller with the play. Can't come up with it cleanly on the dive. And a base hit for Emily Harris. Her second of the ball game. That one just gets in front of Zeller. Zeller was playing shallow, but just not shallow enough as that one dips. Dips down in front of Zeller, just onto the grass in left center field. Base hit. That's hit number 8 of the ball game for young Harris. So we got runners at first and second now. And there's that. Young Harris with another run in. We'll add that to the tally, and we're back up and running. 1-0 the count. The batter now is Hannah Harrison. She tripled to center field her last time up, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Designated player Hannah Harrison. 1-1 count. Pulls that one fair right over the bag. She turned on that one. Has a double, will hold up at 2. Drives into, and it's an 11-2 ball game. And she turned on that one. That one scorched right down the line and right over the bag into right field. So a couple more runs in. A triple and a double in this one now for Harrison. Runners at second. And the batter, first baseman Haley Shope. Shope 0 for 1. She walked her last time up. "11 runs, 9 hits. For Young Harris. Shope, 5'9" sophomore. Murphy, North Carolina, transferred in from Kennesaw State University. Strike called, evens the count at 1-1. One pitch, turned on it but foul. Stayed in the park but in foul territory, left field line. And it'll roll into the corner for Barlow to go track down. Montevallo and Flagler, that's all that's left for GSW in the regular season. Montevallo home. Our final Surge Sports Network broadcast. Upstairs ball evens the count at 2-2. 3 o'clock, the start time on Wednesday. 3 o'clock start time on Wednesday against Montevallo. That non-conference doubleheader. We didn't fare well when we traveled to face the Falcons earlier this season, as that one's fouled off out of play. 10-2 and 9-0. The Lady Canes got roughed up back at the end of February on a trip to Montevallo. We'll look to see if some home cooking can cure those troubles against the Falcons. So again, that's this Wednesday, 3 o'clock. We'll go on the air just a few moments before first pitch here on the Surge Sports Network. Pitch upstairs will run the count full. This weekend, a trip to St. Augustine, Florida again, and Flagler at 1 o'clock. The doubleheader start time on Saturday. Swing and a miss. Second out of the inning. So a pinch hitter for the Mountain Lions here is go to the bullpen or go to the bench here. Your attention fans, pinch hitting for Young Harris is number 27, Kelsey Nix. Upstairs, that pitch to Nix. Nix, this is only her 18th at-bat of the season. She's got 1 hit so far this season in limited action. Try to get number 2 here. Fouled off. Nick's a 5'10 junior from Blairsville, Georgia. Went to Union County High School. Foul ball left down the left field line and out of play. Count will go to 1-2. Oops. Count at 2-2 for Nix. Ground ball back off of Dean's leg and into right field. A base hit for Nix. So a base hit back up the middle and off the pitcher Ainsley Dean. Hard hit ball ricochets into right field, but a base hit and one that actually will score a run. An RBI for Nix. We'll get that updated for you. With 2 outs, that'll get us shortstop Murphy Davis. So there is runner at first, and the Mountain Lions now lead 12-2. So Davis is 2 for 2. She delivered a grand slam her last time up. This will be a fly out to right to end the 3rd. Well, Young Harris is consistent. 4 more runs. They've scored 4 in every inning so far, and they lead the Lady Canes 12-2. Give us a chance to introduce you to one of our local establishments. Since we are kind of covering, well, it's beyond the lunchtime hour, but the Roman Oven Pizzeria, that pizza buffet, well known for their pizza buffet. You see the pizzas in front of you. There's some desserts in the background of that one. You've also accompanies with a salad. But the best thing is different toppings, different assortment every day. You never know what kind of toppings, and aside from your traditional ones as well, but wider range. You don't have to just get the pizza, though, although Anthony and his staff whip up a mean pie. You can also get yourself anything off the menu, ranging from sandwiches to wraps, specialty salads. They've got a website right there, romanoven.com. You can find them on Facebook, only in Americus, Georgia. The Roman Oven Pizzeria. Check them out. We just got all the roster adjustments or position adjustments for young Harris. I know I heard him say Alderman is in center field. And the rest of it would probably be best to get off of your live stats feed. Couple of position adjustments now for young Harris coming into this inning. You just have to get you the new right fielder. Who's in right field? Oh, okay. So they just did a switch with Webb and Alderman. Center and right. And Haley Tears, the batter for the Lady Hurricanes here. 2-2 count. Off the end of the bat. Just introduce you to Haley Tears, the 5'10 junior, Warner Robins, Georgia, Houston County High School. As I mentioned earlier, Tears, the all-time home runs leader, and she's still in her junior season. Here for the Lady Hurricanes. 2-2 pitch. She'll go after that one on the outside. Can't reach it. And it's a strikeout to open up the home half of the third inning. One away. Harrison? Oh, Harrison. Hannah Harrison is now in right. Okay. Harrison is in right, and the center fielder is Alderman. Okay. Third baseman, Lauren Kersey. Kersey's at the plate with one away. Catch made by Harris at second. And that'll get us to the designated player, Shannon Gibson. At the plate, designated player, Shannon Gibson. Two-0 count. Off the end of the bat for a foul ball. Gives us a chance to introduce you to Shannon, 5'10 sophomore, Colborne, Ontario, Canada. Making her way all the way down here to Southwest Georgia to play for the Lady Hurricanes. Shannon also a pitcher on the Lady Canes staff. Take some time playing short in the infield. This one, line to the first baseman. And that'll be the final out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Hurricanes in the third. We'll head to the fourth from Lady Canes Field. Since we're on a food kick, talk to you about another local establishment only in Americus. Can you find Two Dukes Barbecue? You can find them on Facebook at Two Dukes Barbecue, or here in person, visit them at 500 Tripp Street, which is about a block away from campus, just behind our building, and through one intersection. Had to stop at the next intersection in town, and there you are, about a block and a half away from campus. Jay Duke and his wife make a great award-winning barbecue, but what's unique about Two Dukes Barbecue is that they're also involved in a catering business, so you get some homemade specialty side items, salads and casseroles. You never know what to expect. It's all delicious, it's all good, and it's all homemade right there at Two Dukes Barbecue. Check them out when you can, and you visit him in Americus, and let them know we sent you over. Two Dukes Barbecue and more. We'll be back in a moment. Back for the fourth inning. First pitch, swinging foul. Leading off the fourth inning for Young Harris, third baseman Grace Bataille. 1 for 2. Single her first time up. Struck out swinging in the second. She turns on that one as well and pulls it foul out of the ballpark. And that one outside to even the count at 2-2. She waits on that one and will send it into right center field. All the way to the wall. Bataille will stand up at second base with a double to lead off the Young Harris fourth. Right center field. Double to right center. And a runner aboard quickly for Young Harris here in the fourth. Looks like there will be a defensive change as Coach Levering is having a word with the home plate umpire. Pitching change, in fact, is being made. Brittany Childs is the new pitcher for GSW. A call to the bullpen has been made. 5'10" senior Brittany Childs on in relief. Native of Port Orange, Florida, Spruce Creek High School. We'll let her warm up, and we'll be back in a moment to resume the action here from Lady Canes Field. Brittany Childs on in relief. First batter she'll face is Jill Torres, who is 0 for 1. That one in the dirt will allow the runner to move over to third base. Over to third goes the runner. So Jill Torres is 0 for 1. She was hit by a pitch. Or sorry, 1 for 1. My mistake. She was hit by a pitch, singled her first time up. So 1 for 1 in the ball game for Torres. And this one will be through. So for Torres, her first hit was the one that drove in 3. This one gets her an RBI, so she's 2 for 2 with 4 runs driven in the ball game. And the Mountain Lions lead 13-2. Center fielder Sarah Alderman. Base hit. Still nobody out in the inning. Young Harris now with 12 hits in the ball game. Oh, I thought I clicked that. And 13 runs. There you go. Two-0 pitch. So we'll look at Brittany Childs, her 21st appearance, 7.76 ERA. Opponents batting .357 against Childs, 61 1/3 innings pitched. 3-0 delivery. Ball 4. Runners at first and second. Left fielder Biz Walters. Walters is looking for her first hit of the afternoon. Flew out to left, ground ball to third. Her 2 plate appearances in this one. Walters, a 5'7" sophomore from Buford, Georgia. Went to Buford High School. Get a look at an 0-1 pitch from Childs. She'll square to bunt. Bounces down to Sanders. Good speed, not enough time, and a bunt single for the young Harris left fielder. Back to the top of the order. Emily Harris coming up. And unfortunately for Georgia Southwestern, this is a sight they've seen all too many times here today. And young Harris has made the Lady Hurricanes pay when they've had the bases loaded. A grand slam, a base clearing triple. And now another look here in the 4th. Second baseman Emily Harris. Harris is 2 for 3, and this will not, we talked about earlier, the batting average over the 400 mark now. 2 for 3 in the ball game. This will not be an easy out here for Childs. 1-1. Infield drawn in at third and second. She's already bunted her way on once today. Two-one pitch. Late swing, able to get a piece of it though, and he's fighting it off towards the GSW dugout. Evens the count up at 2-2. Last time up though, Harris slapped one to center field. This one will bounce over Childs and into center field. Not enough time to get the force at second base, although that would have been the closest chance at an out. But everybody moves over a base. Another run is in. 14-2 now for young Harris. Still the bases full of Mountain Lions. At the plate, Hannah Harrison. Harrison now the right fielder for young Harris. She started out the game as a designated player. So a 3-for-4 day so far for Emily Harris as she singles back up the middle. Well, Harrison has doubled her last time up. She's got a double and a triple in this one. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Two for three. 2 RBIs. And there's another extra base hit. What a day. What a game for Harrison. She will stay put at second. Gets herself 2 more RBIs, now 4 for the game. And it's 16-2. Still nobody out in the inning. Back-to-back doubles in her last 2 times up. Harrison is feasting on GSW pitching. First pitch, a strike. This one, Sanders able to get it off, pick it up in the air before it could get to the dirt, and Shope gets the first out of the inning. At the plate, number 27, Kelsey Nix. So 1 out in the inning. Runners stay put at second and third. Well, if young Harris is going to keep their consistency in track and let me try that again. If their consistency is going to hold true here, there we go, then that should be it for runs, because they've gotten 4 each inning. But I'm sure Miss Nix wouldn't mind breaking that streak. A swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Childs will look the runner back to third and throw over to first for the out. 2 outs in the inning. And this will be the shortstop. We'll announce it for everybody here in a moment, if the opportunity presents itself, as Childs rocks back and delivers. Called strike. Shortstop, Murphy Davis. Davis is 2 for 3. A grand slam, paving the way for her 5 RBIs on the day so far. Her last time up, she flew out to right field. And now a 1-1 offering outside for a ball, 2-1. Three-one count. The pitch from Childs outside for a ball. And Davis walks. Well, the bases are full of mountain lions once again here. And the batter scheduled to be up is Grace Batai. We'll see if that holds true. Miss Grace is 2 for 3 with a double. They are going to bring in a pinch hitter, so Grace will not bat. In fact, it'll be number 34, Lauren Crow, getting the opportunity to get some RBIs here with 2 outs in the 4th. Your attention, fans, pinch hitting for Young Harris, number 34, Lauren Crow. Lauren Crow, the freshman, 5'8" freshman from Cumming, Georgia, West Forsyth High School. For Crow, she has 3 registered at-bats this season. She has scored a run. She's looking for her first collegiate hit. Well, my goodness, what a chance this would be. Ball and a strike to Crow. In there for a strike on the outer edge, 1-2. Young Harris, 16 runs, 15 hits. One-two pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Wouldn't go after that one. That one also outside. Now the counts run full. Well, wouldn't probably be the way she dreamt it up, but her first collegiate RBI here with a pitch if it misses the mark. And it does, so there you go. Bases loaded walk. And her first collegiate run batted in. 17-2. And that does break the streak now. They've got 5 this inning. And this will be catcher Jill Torres. Jill is 2 for 3. She singled her last time up. With Torres, the young Harris ladies have batted around the order. Bataille, actually the one batter earlier, would have been up for the second time this inning. Now this is the second time Torres has come to the plate. So she already has 1 hit this inning. She'll see what she can do with the bases juiced and 2 outs on her second trip to the plate here in the 4th. 1-1 pitch coming up from Childs. High fly ball to center field, but plenty of room. On the run, drifting to her left, is Chloe Zeller to make the catch. That'll do it for young Harris in the 4th. They scored 5 runs in the inning, stretching their lead now to 17-2. We'll be back in a moment. Give you a chance to, before we reset the board there. Oh, we'll send it off the air. We'll be back in a moment. Bottom half of the 4th inning coming up here from Lady Canes Field. You're watching GSW Softball Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Elizabeth Wills to lead things off for GSW in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Wills has 1 of the Lady Canes' 3 hits on the game, or in the game, as she singled to open up the 2nd inning. Well, you found us on YouTube for today's broadcast, the flagship station on the Surge Sports Network. Our channel ID, GSW Athletics on YouTube. GSW Athletics, the 1-2 pitch, upstairs for a ball. You can also find us on Twitter by that same ID. Our handle on Twitter, GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics on Twitter as well. Just one of a number of social media options available. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Another 2-2 pitch coming up. if you're interested in following GSW softball specifically, well, that'll work too. They've got a Twitter page of their own. Just do a quick search for GSW softball and you'll find it. I believe it's _ GSW softball, but a quick search will get you to them and to their page if you want to follow along. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. First baseman Allie Denny. Allie Denny singled in the second. She followed Wills with a single of her own. So she too accounting for 1/3 of the Lady Canes hits in game number 1. 1 out now in the inning. Allie Denny, the senior from McDonough, Georgia, Locust Grove High School. Wrapping up her collegiate career here with a 1-1 pitch. Ooh, back at the circle, knocked down by the pitcher, but an infield single for Allie Denny. 2 for 2 in the ball game. That hard hit ball right back. Up the middle will get her a single here in the 4th. So Denny 2 for 2. One away, runner at first. Ooh. This time the line drive will be picked out of the air and fired over to first. They'll double up Denny to quickly end the 4th. So a line out double play. Ends the frame. We'll update that as we head to the top of the 5th inning from Lady Canes Field. There you go. We mentioned just gave you the Twitter handle for us, GSW Athletics. Now, if you're a Facebook or Instagram user, it's a little bit different. Both of these IDs will be the same, but we'll start with giving you a visual of our Facebook identification, GSW Hurricanes. That's how you can find us on Facebook. It's GSW Hurricanes. That will also work to find us on Instagram. So GSW Hurricanes on Facebook and Instagram, GSW Athletics on Twitter and YouTube. Lots of different options. GSW Softball has the Twitter page. You can find them on Instagram as well. They've got Facebook. So if you want to go directly there, a quick search will hook you up with the softball program and all of their ways to keep in touch, even here in the off season. That'll be coming up at the end of the school year. So, well, it's gone for Young Harris. 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, 5 in the 4th. Gets us to where we're at now. And we'll see if we can get a 0 up there to close this one out. And, of course, the Mountain Lions will look to end game 1 early if they can hold the Lady Canes in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Young Harris will bring out a pinch hitter to open up the 5th. Number 51, Kirby Tyner. First pitch a strike, second pitch off the mark will even the count at 1-1. Tyner, a sophomore, 5'5" sophomore from Commerce, Georgia, Franklin County High School. That one outside for a ball, 2-1. Tyner has come into, well, I can't say for sure, but I would guess she came in as a pinch runner. She has scored a run this year, but does not have an at-bat in the books. Oh, actually, she did come up one time and walked. There you go. Just a little bit deeper digging would get you that information. So, yeah, one plate appearance. She walked the one time she came up, and now she's looking at a 3-2 count, possibly a walk number 2. Childs winds and delivers, and in fact, that is. So 2 plate appearances, 2 walks this season for the sophomore. Runner aboard in the 5th. At the plate, left fielder Biz Walters. Walters is 1 for 3. Bunt single her last time up. Couple of balls from Childs. That one on the outer edge for a strike, 2-1. Three and one. There is action in the GSW bullpen. One call for a strike, run the count full. The pitcher Shannon Gibson, currently the designated player for the Lady Hurricanes. She's warming up in the bullpen. Three-two pitch. Stays alive, fouls it off. We'll come back to the box for another look. Well, I don't think Biz got any favors on that one. That one towards the outer edge of the plate, but I think at this point in the game, the umpire is calling anything remotely close. That one looked like it could have drifted a little bit outside, but it gets called for strike 3. I could be wrong. That one might have caught the black, but it's a strikeout looking. First out of the inning. One away, runner at first. 1-0 pitch coming up, and we're back to the top of the order for young Harris. Second baseman Emily Harris. Harris is 3 for 4. 3 singles in the ball game. 2 runs driven in. That one outside, ball 3. Tierce will have it, throw over to first off the end of the bat. 6-3 ground out from Harris for the second out of the inning. Runner moves over to second base. Right fielder Hannah Harrison. Two and 0. In there for a strike. The Child's definitely working the outer edge of the plate. Keeps nibbling away out there. 2 balls and a strike. Harrison is 3 for 4. 2 doubles and a triple. That one off speed, curls it back in for a strike. 3 for 4, 4 RBIs for Harrison today in the opener. 2-2 pitch coming up. That one drifts outside for a ball and a full count to Harrison. Payoff pitch. Back up the middle for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Cut off by Denny. And Harrison, 4 for 5 in this one. Having a great day. Base hit back up the middle. Runners at the corners and a pinch hitter coming up for young Harris. Your attention fans, pinch hitting for young Harris is number 18, Hannah Emerson. So Emerson pinch hitting for Shope. Emerson, 5'1" freshman from Bishop, Georgia, North Oconee High School. Emerson has scored 6 runs, doesn't have an at-bat registered yet this season. Now a 1-1 count. That outside. 2-1. Ooh. That one on the inside edge. One looked a little bit low and inside, but we'll take the call on that one again. It's our view a little bit different from down on the field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Child, see if she can get this final out here, and she does. Swing and a miss. And that will be it for young Harris. So for the first time this afternoon, the Mountain Lions are held scoreless in their half of the inning. No runs in the fifth, but a comfortable lead nonetheless. GSW needs a bunch if they're going to keep this one going. 17-2. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks for tuning in today. You're watching GSW Softball. Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. So we head to the home half of the fifth inning. Starting off the fifth, he's got a hit already today, Cassidy Burton. Now she'll slide over on this one. Pitcher makes the grab, throws over to first, quickly one away. So a ground out to the pitcher for Burton to open up the fifth inning. Cassidy Burton, the 5'4" freshman, Brompton, Ontario, Canada. Now 1 for 2 this afternoon. Back to the top of the order. One of our GSW seniors, introducing you to Michaela Barlow, 5'6" senior from Baxley, Georgia, transferred over from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, or ABAC, as it's well known, in Tifton, Georgia. At the plate is the left fielder, Michaela Barlow. Barlow is 0 for 1. She walked her first time up, struck out looking on her last trip to the plate. One out in the inning. Two-one offering in there for a strike. Count to Barlow will run full. And that one misses for ball 4. So a couple of walks in the game for Barlow. She gets aboard with one out here in the fifth. Center fielder Chloe Zeller. First pitch swinging, bouncing ball to short. The relay not in time, but there'll be 2 outs in the inning. Shortstop, Haley Tierce. Tierce is 0 for 1. Walked her first time up. Struck out in the third, swinging. First pitch of ball. Lady Hurricanes down to their final out. Unless they can muster several runs to keep this game alive and going on. But the good thing about softball is that we wipe the slate clean. The Lady Hurricanes can still feel good about today if they can rebound in our nightcap. They'll have some work to do, but still a chance to get a split here this afternoon. But young Harris has been in control from wire to wire in this one. .30 count to Haley Tierce. That one catches the edge for a strike, 3-1. Very close to the last pitch, but this one a little bit too far outside. She'll draw the walk. Third baseman Lauren Kersey. Second walk of the game for Tierce. Both her and Barlow have been walked twice. Kersey is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt thrown in. One offering inside. Oh, that one called strike. 1-1. Kersey, a freshman, 5'9" freshman from LaGrange, Georgia, and LaGrange High School. This one, shortstop has it on the bounce. The throw in plenty of time to end the inning and the ball game. We'll clear it out.
So the next one's going to be about 30 minutes.
And that'll do it as we come to a close. Game 1 is a wrap. Get to the final line score here in this one for Young Harris. Again, 4 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, 5 in the fourth. 17 runs overall, 16 hits. The Mountain Lions did not commit an error in the opener. Georgia Southwestern scored a run in the first, a run in the second, finished with 2 in the game, and had 4 hits in our opener with 1 error along the way. As we take a look at the overall batting stats. Now, just give me like 30 seconds. We'll be all right. 4 hits in the game for Hannah Harrison. She was 4 for 5 with 2 doubles, a triple, 4 runs driven in. 2 for 3 game for Murphy Davis. She drove in 5 runs. 2 for 3 game for Jill Torres. She drove in 4. 3 hits for Emily Harris. And that led Young Harris at the plate. The starting pitcher, Dizzy, went 2/3 of an inning before making way for Rossbrug, who will get the win. 4 1/3 innings pitched for Miss Dharma. She struck out 3, walked 2. Losing pitcher will be Madison Messer. 5 hits, 4 runs for her in 2/3 of an inning. Ansley Dean came in relief, pitched 2 1/3. And Brittany Childs pitched the final 2 innings. That'll do it for game number 1. We'll go off the air for about 20 to 25 minutes. Give us a chance to reset the field, the ladies a chance to regroup, and we'll come back for our nightcap. Shouldn't have to do anything. Leave this browser window open, and we'll pop back up on your YouTube channel. Otherwise, now's a good time to go ahead and subscribe. Click the subscribe button, and that way, whenever we go live, you can receive an alert, so you'll know and never miss any of the action. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, that little red button down below. and you'll be locked into our channel, GSW Athletics, the flagship station of the Surge Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. You have been watching Georgia Southwestern State University softball. Lady Hurricanes record falls to 18-28 overall, 18-28, 7-10 in Peach Belt Conference play. With the win, Young Harris is now at the 30-win mark, 30-14, 12-5 in Peach Belt Conference play. Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching Georgia Southwestern State University softball Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network.